Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my Dragon Ball Z discussions. My name is Zuli, and it's time to kick this off. The topic for today is, who is the stronger fighter, Tien Shenron or Krillin? For this discussion, I'll be looking at the main events in Dragon Ball Z, where Krillin and Tien fight, or at least show how strong they are, and by analysing those events, I'll conclude which of the two is the stronger warrior. To begin, let's look at the events of the Saiyan saga. Once Goku had died from his encounter with Raditz, and Piccolo tells everyone about Vegeta and Nappa arriving in a year to attack the Earth, Krillin, Tien, and the rest of the remaining Z fighters travel to Kami's lookout and train for a whole year. At this point in time, Krillin and Tien are quite equal in power. However, it is pretty obvious that Tien is a bit stronger. The reason I know this is because Tien is stronger than Krillin when they begin their training, and they train just as hard as each other. So at this point, Tien is a little bit stronger than Krillin. Another point I have to back this up is that when Tien fights Nappa, he isn't winning. However, he still puts up a really good fight, even without one of his arms for most of the fight. It's true Krillin survived the fight against Vegeta and Nappa, however, his circumstances are a little different, considering he had Goku and Piccolo helping him. Next, we move on to the Frieza saga. Krillin, once recovering from his battle on Earth, travelled with Gohan and Bulma to Namek for 6 days, in the nameless Namek spaceship. During this time, Krillin did do some image training with Gohan, however, I don't think this increased either of their powers in any way, it just kept their minds sharp for combat. Up until this point, Tien was stronger than Krillin. However, getting his potential unlocked made Krillin quite a bit stronger than Tien. It is shown that Krillin was much faster and stronger after this event. It is further proved when Krillin is in his fight against the Ginyu Force. Both him and Gohan outskilled and outpowered Guldo easily, and would have defeated him if it wasn't for Guldo's time freeze ability. In addition, another reason we know Krillin is stronger than Tien is that Krillin's Destructor Disc, or Kienzan if you prefer calling it that, was able to cut off part of second form Frieza's tail. If Krillin's attack could cut off Frieza's tail, it could slice through him like butter. It means that Krillin's Destructor Disc could potentially kill Frieza. We know for a fact at this point in time, Tien wouldn't have been able to hurt Frieza, because unlike Krillin, he didn't get a huge increase in power from getting his potential unlocked. Tien, on the other hand, while he was dead, was able to train on King Kai's planet. They also got to train for longer at King Kai's world, and I just don't see Tien's basic training at King Kai's enough to close the gap between his and Krillin's power. Now we go into the Android saga, and into the 3-year gap, where all the Z fighters train while they wait for the arrival of the androids. After the 3-year gap, I believe this is where Tien caught up to Krillin. As we know, Tien is no slacker when it comes to training. He is serious and has always shown to push himself to his limits. While Krillin is shown training, I believe he does get a bit stronger. However, due to Krillin's potential being unlocked, and him having a natural increase in power, I believe he slacked off in his training a little, because he knew there were other people stronger than him, with Goku back on Earth, and he would have slacked a little. We know Tien surpasses Krillin, because Tien was able to slow down and even hurt second form Cell a little. Tien hits second form Cell multiple times with his Tri-Beam, and holds him down for quite a long period of time, visibly damaging him a little. We also need to remember how powerful Tien's Tri-Beam actually is. The reason Tien's Tri-Beam is so powerful is because it drains his life force every time he uses it. This makes Tien much stronger, because he can use this technique multiple times. When talking about raw power, this technique just has Krillin beat. It is also more powerful than Krillin's Destructo Disc. Another reason I believe Krillin is weaker is because Krillin didn't stand a chance against second form Cell, and couldn't damage him in the slightest. I know he was blinded by the solar flare when he tried to protect 18, however Krillin never even tried his Destructo Disc on Cell, but it is pretty obvious it wouldn't kill him, because it is weaker than Tien's Tri-Beam. Then, we move on into the Buu saga. At this time, Krillin has a kid, and has stopped training for the most part for 7 years, until of course he trains to take part in the World Tournament. We know that Tien has still been consistently training in the time between the Buu saga, which implies he had gotten a little stronger, whereas Krillin's power would stay roughly the same or be slightly lower. So at the end of the series, I believe Tien is the strongest human, excluding Oob. Some parts of this discussion were my opinion, however I tried to justify each of my points. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you agree or disagree with my opinion, please leave your ideas and opinions in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Zuli, and I hope you have a great day.
This is going to be so cool.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
I didn't mean...
Darn it, if that's your idea of a joke, then you've lost your mind!